Hello everybody, this is the Golden Lock Picker and I'm back at you here with another lock in the vise today. What I have for you guys today is a Master Lock V-Line 4150. And you'd say, well, what's a V-Line? So this V-Line, from what I can gather, is something that's kind of like a line. I hate to use this term because I haven't found anything to officially state this, but it's a value line that's usually available through distributors that you can actually pick these up, and they are comparable to like a Master Lock 150. So the 4140 would be comparable to the Master Lock 140, and the 4150 would be comparable to the Master Lock 150. So how much so would you say? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. We've already picked through on this channel the Master Lock 150, and you can actually see right here, side by side, these two locks are fairly similar in size. There's not a whole lot that's different there. We'll actually flip that one around, and you'll see the shackle is hardened on both of these. Really, the lock body is fairly similar in size and construction, except for obviously this sort of angular design that you see on the retail Master Lock that you find in big box stores here, the 150. And then on this V-Line, it's more of kind of a rounded, sort of a curved design. The keyways are also fairly identical. They are both 50mm padlocks. They're both made in China. And the keyways are actually interchangeable. So this is the key for the Master Lock 150 over here on the left. And we can see that that key goes in. And it also goes into the Master Lock 4150 on the other side. So these are identical keyways. We'll also take a look here. There's the key from the 4150. You can see it fits into both locks. They're identical in keyway. Obviously, the design of the keys is different. You see this is what's in the retail stores. So like for the head itself, they're just slightly different there. One's obviously kind of a budget line. The other one is, you know, maybe a little more appealing to somebody in a retail store. Surprisingly, that's a decent bidding on that one on the top. But still, nonetheless, this one on the bottom I think is pretty decent as well. So we'll go ahead and see what it takes to pick into a Master Lock 150, or sorry, not 150, but the 4150 here on the right. So that's what we got. I'll go ahead and put this Master Lock 150 away off to the side. So I'll be picking through this today with Jimmy Long's tools. I'll be using the 30 thousandths bottom of the keyway, top of the keyway turner from the starter set. And I'll also be using the short flat hook in 23 thousandths out of the starter set. I'm trying to pick through all of these locks, especially at white through orange belt level with this set, because I think it really helps to show, especially for newer pickers, you don't have to have a lot of different designs to get through most of these locks. And I think Jimmy Long's really nailed it on the head, frankly, with this starter set. You don't need a whole lot more than that for some of these easier to do locks. And you know what? You cannot beat the handle on these and just the strength of steel. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'll use top of the keyway tension. And we'll go ahead and get to picking here. So one other thing I want to point out while I'm going to pick through this, actually I'll just pause, that one thing you might want to see on video, and I probably should have pointed this out earlier. I hope this shows up on video, but if you notice the pin, the first pin inside of there, it just seems like there is a slight difference in the taper on those pins. I don't know why it is, but the V-Line series, yeah, you can see it pretty good there. The V-Line series pins have more of a sharp taper, whereas the retail versions like the 150 and the 140 have more of a sort of rounded, blunted pin, and they sort of pick differently. They just feel different. So so hopefully that comes through for you guys here in the video. And if you're thinking about picking one of these open, and you're kind of saying, well, maybe they're not the same, why would I even bother? I challenge you on that. I'd say go buy one of these and you'll find out that they're going to pick a little bit different. They'll feel a little different. Plus, ironically enough, these are cheaper. And the V-line tend to run cheaper than the retail versions. And especially if you're looking at the 140, the 4140 version of this, guaranteed to have spools in it. Whereas when you go buy a 140, there's a lot of 140s floating around out there with absolutely no security pins in them. And you have no idea what you're going to get when you buy one of those locks. So if you buy the V-line, you know you're getting security pins. So let's go ahead and get to picking here. So I'm going to just start out in one here. A little bump, but nothing there. It feels loose. Okay, we got a little click on two. Rolled over just a touch. I'm going to come back and touch one here. I feel one click. I got two clicks, and we are definitely over into a falset. So we could probably bet that pin one on this lock, the Master Lock 4150, is probably a spool, because you saw that two clicks. And then the other pins are probably all spools. So, sorry, let me take that back. The first pin is actually a serrated pin, not a spool. And it probably has two serrations in it, two light ones. And then the rest of the pins to this lock are spools. So we'll go ahead and get to picking here a little bit further. And if you hear a little jingle jangle in the background, that is my golden retriever. He's actually sitting and watching me. He'll key you guys in on a little secret. He actually watches me while I pick quite a few times. So if you ever hear that in the video and I leave it in, I think it's relevant because it's his face that you're seeing when you look at my channel. So just a little tap on three there. It feels like we kind of went over into a false set. So I'm just going to keep working my way on back. We're getting some counter rotation, I feel like, back here on 4. There we go. We got a good click on that. We'll go ahead and keep picking through. I'll see if I can get to the back there. Just a little something there. I'm going to come up here and just tap one. Feels loose. And come back in on 2. Not getting much. Got a little something on 3. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely feels a little different. I'm trying to lighten up my tension without dropping these pins because this core is definitely sprung. But I don't want to drop any of my spools I've already set, or that serrated pin in the front. Ooh, that was an overset. I could feel that. That was a big, deep overset. Just going to go through and let off my tension just a little. There we go. We fell back into our false set. There we go. I think we got 3. And you're really... There we go, back on 1. That was 4. There we go. We got that finally. We just had to come back and tap 3 there one more time, but you can see we got that all the way turned over. And I'll go ahead and open that back up, and we can see we got full control there. Cylinders over. So there you go. That's what it takes to pick into a Master Lock 4150. Pardon the cough there. This is actually currently an orange belt ranked lock on Lock Pickers United, and you can find that at lpubelts.com. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it's actually a more challenging pick than the Master Lock 150. Just in my personal opinion, I feel like the pins just feel a little bit different, and the feedback is a little interesting, and definitely very similar to the 150, but just it has a different feel to it with those sharper pins. Just feels a little more interesting. So go ahead, and if you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, or you liked it, and enjoyed a pick through on it, go ahead and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified, obviously, when any new videos come out, new content. And I'm going to continue to keep picking through those locks you're going to find on the Lock Pickers United belt system, and also be bringing you guys some locks I found that are not on that system that I found very unique and interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next video. Bye.